but yet so far was the story of Overpass. NRG on 14 rounds, not able to close it out, and now we go to map number 2 in this best of 3 series. And I know Hazed is sitting in the green room right now watching this game. He has some thoughts about how this is going to end. I have the fear that this could be very one-sided, this train map, because that's the mentality of you playing that best of 3, and if you go into map number 2 after losing map number 1 in a very close fashion, most teams will just get very tilted, and if they start losing the first 4 or 5 rounds, that's going to carry on throughout the whole game.
That's a very good point, and Hayes claims that LDLCs will win 16-0, quoted by Hayes, throwing them out there like that.
Some kind of pie bet maybe involved here?
Maybe, you know, get some pie, get something, and a team like NRG, who I guess is, I mean, they're new, but they're not that new. They do have a new fifth on their team, Rico, and so it's going to show the character of their team. Can they hold together? Can they overcome, you know, messing up, losing the match, and how are they going to come out this next map?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of feel like LDLC really has a big advantage here of taking a match that I thought was going to be very hard for them to win. If they can take here an early lead on train, but also need them to be more than what they were on their T side on Overpass, because they were very static, they were slow, they didn't really do any kind of like extra plays, they just played a very standard way of CS, which is kind of the style of existence to some degree, but I kind of feel like you have to add a little extra to that in order to make it work against good teams.
Most definitely, and one thing that also to know on the T side is I don't remember Cirque ever opping on the T side. So I think that's something we should definitely, you know, consider how strong this guy's up. You know, we see it on the CT side. Why not incorporate that more on your T side?
Yeah, definitely. So now as we do have a few minutes until we go live here, they're doing the knife run right now, so we're still waiting here to get this going. But Cirque, the guy in question with that orb, sitting right here. Train, as you touch upon, is going to be almost like a home turf for him. That is the home turf of any AWP player. That is the map where an AWP player can make the biggest difference in the world. And let's see here, as we do have the knife round playing away, it will be LDLC to grab it. So LDLC will decide where they want to start.
I might be surprised. Well, I guess I am surprised because they picked T side first. Map we've never seen him play.
Yeah, picking T side.
Picking T side first. Existence doing Existence things, trying to show the non-believers that he's not out yet. He's still a force to be reckoned with. Him
and then like Blade and Markelov on a team would be nice for all the old school fans like myself. I know Anders is the president of the Markelov fan club as well. If you had to pick someone apart from Existence or Markelov, who would your favorite old-time player who still plays today be?
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's not many left in the game, so I guess it comes down to force or get right. Like, I think they've always have the potential to do well, but you know, you get in that mindset where you play for so long, you're not as hungry as you were when you were younger, because there's no physical limitations, well, other than wrist problems in this game, that prevent you from being who you were like 5-6 years ago, and so. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Get Right.
Good choice.
I've been liking him lately. Pretty fun guy. Social media all pretty fun too. So yeah.
Good choice. Get Right, definitely a name that stands the test of time in Counter-Strike. As we head into this pistol round, Cirque going for some aggressive play. ANG has to hold down this inner push as it comes. He does not go for a one-bullet peek. Cirque is shot down on the backboard of this. Rico also headshot. This is not looking good for NRG as the terrorists now rotate back and go for this A play.
And nice pistol round by LDLC, reading the rotations, going straight back to the outside and complete catching Breeze off guard. A miscommunication by NRG. Should have figured it, and Ange almost getting the bomb planter. Smartly stops to reposition himself, but still a 3-on-5 situation with Rico having only 6 HP. Doesn't look good for Team NRG.
Maniac's positioning in this round has been absolutely insane, and that's why he got these 4 kills. He constantly just weaves around and then gets to the back of all these CTs, kind of like taking advantage of maybe the structure not being as good as it should be on NRG at this point. But Maniac, like we talked about him on map 1, we talked about him in the intro for this. he has been coming alive and growing into this second, third star on this team, and I feel like he is one of their best players, if not the best player right now.
Well, from what happened last map, I tell you this, that he's definitely the biggest impact player on the team that we've seen so far. You see right here that, oh, Breeze with 2 1-digs on the outside. LDLC is trying to overwhelm this.
What? ANJ joins to the battle as well and takes down Maniac, and this is all of a sudden becoming a round that NRG can win. Yeah,
4-on-2. The bomb kind of out in the open from the bomb site. Toynu, though, taking out Cirque, and now taking out Fugly, bringing it down to 2-on-2.
The timing there was so close with the CT with that peak. Taking a load of damage, and in the end, LDLC will stabilize, but still a big start. Could have been even better for NRG.
It's kind of disappointing for NRG when it was a 2-on-4 situations. The bomb was, you know, kind of out in the open, but NRG kept taking these long-range deagle peaks instead of making the riflers come towards you, come get the bomb, come plant, you know, but NRG made it easy. They were all peeking at weird one-person angles, and there's too many one-on-ones for how many people were alive.
Yeah, and too many long-range one-on-ones as well, as you mentioned. Like, of course you have a deagle, you know you can take that duel, but in general, if you're playing up against an AK, let's say, there should just be no way of you taking that duel. You should know better than to take a pistol versus AK duel out in the open on train.
Yeah. And with that initial scout outside, Existence is going to swing it back inner. And even though NRG's getting some kills, the bomb will get down, and Fugly's trying to make it. And with a 1-dig on Toynu. Now this is looking kind of rough for LDLC. The bomb is planted. There's no kit on NRG.
They have to get these kills right now, but both of them are in the same position. Fugly coming in with the AK. And now it's all on Existence. He does have that Molotov, and that could be the hero of the round. Let's see how he gets the timing done. Defuse is still going on. He's not going to get that, I think. Or maybe he is. No, just seconds away. And Existence makes the play happen. The hero is the Molotov.
Oh no. These 2 rounds, 2 potential rounds that NRG probably should have won. Even if he threw the Molotov, he still had time to wait for it and then to redefuse. There's probably, I think, about 15 seconds left. If the bomb was defused, that means kind of guessing. But still, NRG played that really wonky, and I felt like they could have won that round too.
Yeah, I felt like I completely agree with you. They get like big opportunities in the early part of the round, and they take a good amount of frags there and take a good amount of map control, and then they kind of fall apart when you come to the clutch scenarios. And there's a lot of teams that has problems with that. Right now is not looking to be a problem as they stabilize on the buy. Perfect play from them. Cirque coming in huge. 2 frags of his own, and Rico with 2 as well. And those 2 were the heroes of that last map on Overpass. They were sitting well above 25 kills, both of them. And they were definitely carrying NRG at that point. LDLC taking their first time out. We saw them use them early on map number 1 on Overpass. They're doing the exact same here on Train.
LDLC doing timeouts and probably consider what to do, how to stop them. Maybe try to make NRG second guess themselves. Not much LDLC can do on this round, but you know what? They are going to buy, which is a huge risk, but it could pay off very well if they do win this round. Very low on utility, very low on guns, just some pistols and AK, you know, a couple smokes, and well, they do have a bunch of flashbangs, if that's a plus.
Yeah, they can definitely rain flashbangs in towards either bomb site if they want to do that. Existence with the AK-47 has the potential to be the difference maker this round. And on the other side of things, NRG, of course, with the full buy. Even picked up 2 AKs on Rico and Breeze. Existence actually trying to jump through this Molotov. He does succeed with that, and that's the position Breeze does not account for.
Not at all, and this is going to be just a ruse as everyone from NRG is trying to rotate in. But the timing was a little off on LDLC, and now NRG knows it's going to go back inside as Cirque takes out Maniac. Now NRG's in a good spot to win this round.
Yeah, very nice from Cirque. Uncharacteristic miss on the first bullet, but then evens back out and gets 2 frags to trade it out. 1 player close range. That's ANJ coming in from the back, and that's the round pretty much done and dusted. LDLC has 1 player left. Existence should not be able to clutch this. They don't know where he is. Does pick up that first one. Does not have any utility behind him, so no Molotov, no nade for the site. He has to peek for it, and that's going to be his death. Surviving with 3 players as well here. ANJ, Cirque, and Rico all bringing weapons into the next round.
So not a bad strat for what LDLC had. Fortunately, that the timing was just, I'd say 4 seconds off. If they would actually hit the bomb site 4 seconds earlier, I think LDLC would have a lot better chance because all 5 NRG was literally going towards outside. And then quickly after they realized it was an outside rush, they rotated back inside.
I still feel like I'm so impressed every single round I watch Zerg play, because he's just, what he's doing is that he's not taking like these crazy angles, he's just hitting almost every single shot. And as I say that, of course, he misses, that's the commentator's curse. But he still stands, like you saw it in the round before, hitting 2 out of 3. And on map 1 also hitting a lot of the shots there. So very impressive player, now battling back against the pistols. ANJ, medium range with the M4 as well. Twanu tries to make it happen. Twanu has picked up the op. We know he can do great damage with that weapon. Devil missing a bit there. 2v2 now, still doable. Nice shot from Devil, and now it's all on ANJ. Has a great angle. Once again, patience pays off. This takes down the bomb. Twanu, they knew where he was from early on in the round, and he hears that shot as well. So now definitely the position of Twanu is known, and now it's ANJ. He has the information. He actually goes for that peek, and that's a risky peek, but he makes it work. 4K for the Dane.
Anj just with aggressive one-on-one and kept re-peeking that angle when they knew that Toinu had an ult. So very risky, pays off, and he actually wins the round. So good job on Anj on a cleanup, because it was looking pretty bad there for a second.
I feel like with the system they have in place right now, NRG, you have the 2 stars. Rico has to be the 1 star with the M4, and then you have Zerg to be the secondary star with the op. ANJ is this kind of position where he can be the 3rd star, the 3rd support star as we go in here. Fockley, close range with the not the USB, the M4 silenced. As Zerg also jumps in with an AWP. Take towards the B side was very quick. LDLC tried to change up the pace. Alex now waiting on the bomb side. Zerg with the AWP, just doing damage once again. Hitting every single shot that he can right now. Taking a lot of damage there. Down to 23, but that will of course open things up for Rico. Now Devil has the Molotov. Kit on ANJ. Timing is going to be perfect here. Goes for the peek, and actually a double Molotov will kill him off. Very nice counter.
Nice play by NRG to secure the round. Devil did have a chance to win it, but NRG played that a little bit better. And now LDLC is still able to buy, so they got that 4-round losing. And again, as we talked about before, a lot of these teams seem to be very, win a lot of rounds, lose a round, a lot of rounds, win a lot of rounds. So not many back and forth action. It's just in rounds of spurts. And see right here, LDLC is able to still buy everything. A lot of utility, rifles.
ANJ once again going for an aggressive peek, and this time it gets too much. 2-for-1 trade. Zerg now evening things back out, not hitting that shot, and Rico stepping in to help his teammate. Rico now also taken out, and it's all on Fugly. 1v2, has utility, has a kit. 2 Molotovs on that T side for the bomb if they need it.
He's sneaking out around in this area. He's trying to see if the terrace will make a mistake and over-peak their angles, but LDLC is playing pretty disciplined, as they don't want to give up a 1v1 in a 2-on-1 situation.
Nice angle. Maniac always on point. Takes him out and evens up the score, 4-4.
So one thing that Fugly, I think, could have done a little bit better than 1-on-2. Generally, if you're in a 1-on-2 situation and you know that one's planting the bomb, you should be attacking and trying to either kill the planter or find his teammate and trying to kill him, because you already know that one guy's at the bomb site, and they can't 2-on-1 you if one's planting the bomb. So I think Fugly hesitated a little bit, and I think he should have been a little more aggressive out that Z in that 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, that's a very good point. It's all these kind of small things, and the reason why players sometimes end up not doing them is because it's in the middle of this kind of moment, and sometimes you kind of see past the logical stuff when you're in a kind of situation when you're so focused on, let's say, winning an aim duel. You don't think about that, okay, this is actually the perfect timing for me to peek because all of these other things are happening.
Yep.
It is very easy to get tunnel vision in a CS situation like that.
Yeah.
Lots of damage done there. Devil, because of that Molotov. force buy coming out from the CT team. MP9 on Breeze, Desert Eagle on Rico, and then Scout on Cirque. AJ and Fuckley both with weaponry, as they both have M-Force. Let's see, Maniac and the boys. One Belgian, one... I guess he's Swiss, Maniac, and then 3 French players. It's the cocktail for success, the recipe for success even. Cirque is trying to make it happen.
Yeah, you never know. Maniac gets pushed back from the ladder after taking some damage. Alex, taking out Cirque. They get the bomb down.
No Molotovs this time around, so they have to win the aim duels to begin with. 1-for-1 trade is something that the CTs will take every day of the week because they know they have the man advantage. And now 2-for-1, or 2v1. Existence has to make a big play here.
Patiently he plays.
He is a patient man. Keeps tapping the bomb. They could have it defused by now, but he knows exactly what's going on. He's reading them like a book. Now he's going for it. Timing, but Fuckley shuts him down. Very nice double play from Rico and Fuckley there. NRG will get another round on the board. On the back of not a very good force by Pistol, MP9 Scout, and 2 M4s. They win out against a full set of AKs.
It's been a weird series so far on those kind of plays, and Existence calling for a tactical timeout. That's what I like to see, more timeouts. I'm an analytical kind of thinker, so I followed sports. I like when there's more timeouts in video games. It's that one step closer to being, an actual sport.
Yeah, I feel like, especially, of course, football or soccer, as we call it in Europe, doesn't really have that many of timeouts, but in the NBA, in the NFL, and also in handball, which is a big sport in the Nordic regions of Scandinavia and Europe, the timeouts are so crucial. The timing of them and how you use them and how you communicate and figure out what to fix in your system, that's all in the timeouts. And I'm really happy with the way that they structured the system now with timeouts in CS. I feel like this is the best way it can be done.
Yeah, I think so too. Existence, though, they're going to go to a buy, but only 2 smokes. And so they're probably going to rely on a pick explode here as they're gathered up and inside contact play. Waiting for everyone to line up, and they're going to peek it once. I don't know if Fuggly saw him. He may have saw an elbow because he Molotov and fallen back. And this pulls Cirque from outside to Z. No AWP on him, so he's going to probably play towards the back of the bomb site, heading towards that top ramp.
Yeah, it's going to be the push towards B, and Fuggly's in a great position. They have a couple of players in here. Good work. Cirque coming in with the double. Devil on the complete opposite side of the map. The bomb will go down, actually. Yeah, there we go, Cirque finally stabilizing. Well, if you look at Devil's position, it is way off right now. He has no chance of getting in here, defending this bomb site, and he just has to give up the round.
He didn't get the memo.
This is not the first time this has happened today.
No, it hasn't. But of course, they always plan for that flank. They expect at least a couple kills, entering the bomb site or at least defending the bomb. And so the flank looks really silly if your whole team dies. But I see the idea,
All right. This is pistol, a couple of pistols maybe for LDLC. Should not be buying too much into this. And I actually do see a Tech 9 coming out, Toronto. That's something we don't see a lot these days, of course, since the nerf.
Yeah, I've seen, I think, 2 or 3 Tech 9s total since the nerf in the Pro League, at least. Everyone has switched to CZ. Very few 5.7, even fewer the Tech 9.
There goes spray down from Rico. Make it happen. Existence will get 1 frag. Existence has now picked up that AK-47. Maniac coming in with an interesting route here, hiding behind the train. See if he can find someone, but he's shot down by Cirque. Knows exactly what's going on at all points during that round. Existence now 1v4, AK-47 in hand, and going to be buying next round, so not going to be saving that.
LDLC able to buy. Get a couple bomb plants. 3 rounds lost. Able to bring out some AKs. And that's something I haven't seen many AWP either on the LDLC side for the T-side train.
AWP can change rounds if it's in the right hands. Let's see. Looks like a big smoke execute outside for LDLC, if that's the way they want to go for it. 2 smokes already deployed. ANJ, once again, he's so good at holding this pop dog position. Breeze behind him if he peeks out, and that's actually where I think he should just count on Breeze holding his position and not peek out himself. He'll eventually get traded, and that's a 3v3 situation on the back of a couple of mistakes. Rico now kills Alex in that exchange. Existence, last man standing, and also executed by Fuckley. So there we go, 8-4. LDLC trying to make it work. They actually had some good frags coming out of that team main. Didn't work out in the end. And once again, they're in this kind of weird spot where every single time they'll have enough money to do a sloppy force buy. But yeah, this time around, just doing the Deagles, and that's the right choice in my opinion. Don't overextend yourself. Don't do these kind of envious-esque force buys as we saw back in the day.
And I mentioned last map how LDLC played so slow, and now it's almost the complete opposite, where the T side, they're playing super aggressive, playing super fast, and I'm curious if that's because they've never gone over this map or something. Maybe they're playing a pug style play, which is very possible. But with Existence history, I mean, are there some maps, some strats where he just goes in the pug mode? Is that a characteristic of him at all?
That could be. One of the things, when I think back, I can't really recall any great moments. I have to go all the way back to recall like great moments, great grand finals where Existence, this team, has been playing like Nuke in the best of 3, or not Nuke, Train in the best of 3. Nuke they played a lot. So it could maybe be that this is not something they accounted for. So maybe they're just saying, okay, we can win Overpass. Maybe we can win Train as well with this kind of like loose style. Try something out, and then for the third map, maybe do a hybrid of the two.
I'm trying to remember on the ban pick phase, what wasn't Nuke banned like later?
Yeah, Nuke was the last ban, and then we ended up on Inferno.
Yeah, I'm surprised that. I guess they won Overpass, so it's a good pick.
All right, Twanu opens things up. Rico goes down, and Breeze close range will get the frag. Alex steps into this Spirit Realm, as he's not long for this earth. Twanu with that AWP, we saw him on Overpass at a decent game, but someone who had an even better one was Cirque, and when he gets this sniper rifle into his hands, he is a monster.
Very much so. A 3-on-4 situation. Breezy just hanging out at the sandwich area. Looks like the bomb, though, is going back towards inside, except for Existence, who this whole map so far, he's been kind of playing the happy role, where he's just like lurking around, being LMS, not winning rounds, just kidding. But yeah, he's always trying to do this distraction kind of strats where, look at me, we're attacking out here, but we're going inside. I
can't like unimagine. That's the sound every single time I hear like see Existence doing a flank. I just hear him in front. That's actually also perfect for the French accent.
And look, it's working because somehow he's backside, and I don't know if NRG knows this. I mean, they must have some sort of idea.
Oh, let's see if he can make the play here.
Oh, you can see him on the screen. He didn't see him on the bomb train. With only 8 seconds left, they have to plant the bomb right now.
Will they get it done? It gets down, and now it's 2v3 retake. Existence has been playing out of his mind for this round. Long rotations. ANJ now 1v3 makes the first kill. 2 more left. No Molotovs this time around. Kit on ANJ. Clearing out every single angle. Goes for the peek onto Devil, and he peeks a bit prematurely, or just holds the position, and now Twanu. AWP in hand. If ANJ hits that first shot. And he actually goes for the defuse. Is Twanu going to peek this in time? ANJ, he could make it! No! Twanu steals it away in the last second. And that's 2 times now where ANJ has to kind of feel like, I should have had this round.
This is true, and if you're going to be playing LDLC in the future, defuse on the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So many rounds that could have been won.
So many times LDLC does not peak on the first tap on defuse. That is a note you need to take, because if they aren't going to mix it up, that's easy to read.
9-5 for NRG, and LDLC trying to bring it back in. At least get 6 rounds on the T side, which is respectable.
Very respectable, especially if you've never had any experience so far that we know of on this map. And Existence doing a fantastic job of playing that lurk role, that especially from the last round where they had no business winning, but his late flank inside just destroyed NRG. Probably be kicking themselves after that one.
Probably trying to hold this eventual push. And talking about lurk roles, Rico, as we just saw for a second, has pushed Team Main and is now reaching the terrorist forces as they are preparing for this execute. Let's see how many he can get. I don't think they spotted him out. Patience is key. He goes for the spray and the patience is not there. And therefore he will be taken out. Existence once again with his lurk takes out ANJ. He has no idea what's going on. He just got picked off in the back and now 3v5, but Cirque is trying to even out those numbers. Hits the second one as he drops down. Existence is now out of the play as well. Goes for the peak, taken out by Twano. Breach coming in with a double spray. One man remaining, that's going to be Alex. 1v2.
NRG smartly playing close together, so if there's anyone peeking, they're able to exchange their kills. And Alex, oh, he takes out Fug, and now it's a one-on-one. Breezy coming in, taking out and winning the round. Now that was a very interesting, sloppy round. Looked like LDLC was going to take it. Now NRG came back through the round.
That's a nice shot.
Rico flanking and kind of just unfortunately whiffing, not getting a kill on the flank when he had a back turn. So that's never a great thing. But 10-5, I think that's a respectable CT side. You have to be pretty comfortable with that coming in the next half.
Yeah, definitely. Also, one thing that I felt like could have been the difference is Devil, because I feel like individually he's not far off. Right now he's only sitting on 3 frags, and it could be because he's having the worst rolls in the system and all this kind of stuff, but 3 frags is just not enough on this T side. He should at least be on 6 or 7 at this point.
I mean, it's never helpful to any team. Yeah, you might be playing the roles where you're doing a lot of the dirty work, but you have to find the place and roles where you shine. Maybe you only get 5 kills, but if those are 5 one-on-ones, or you win a couple bomb plants, that's great. That's okay.
Yeah, and also, like as you mentioned, impact frags of course mean a lot more, but I haven't seen him in impact scenarios. Yep. The 3 frags he's gotten is not like he's clutched 3 different 1v1s. It's just frags we don't really see that often in the middle of a round, something like that. It's not even openings.
Yeah.
Right now, NRG, they have had a hard time with pistols this tournament. 1-4, as we just saw in the statistic. A Maniac is just wrecking face right now. Only will get 1. Cirque coming in with a reply. Existence forced to rotate back, and they're playing long range now with these P2000s. The bomb is not still pushed in, and finally, Devil, almost as if he heard me, taps down Rico. Existence not going to get the kill there. The bomb is going to be planted. Will die off ANJ. Now 2v4, can they hold this? The T side. Cirque, a strong player, but eventually taking out Devil this time around, comes into play. And bomb in the smoke. So close to hitting that. Devil on 3 HP will get the defuse. And LDLC will take the pistol. Once again, 1-5 in pistol rounds for NRG throughout this tournament.
It is definitely an uphill battle if you can't win a pistol. I mean, why make the matches harder than it already is by not winning a pistol round? And I mean, only winning 1 out of 5, that's you have to really just kind of step back and look, why are we only winning 1 pistol? What is the initial factor? Is it our aim? Is it our positioning? Maybe a little bit of both.
And then figure out how you can work around that. Because as pretty much every CS player now, it doesn't even matter what your skill level is at this point. You know the importance of the pistol round.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And NRG, they got a full save because they had a plant next round. It'd be nice to have another plant again. Not expected. Cirque taking out Devil just right off the bat. LDLC though cleaning it up with 2 kills of their own, bringing it to a 3-on-3 situation. As Alexo takes out Fugly and the bomb. No bomb plant, but that's okay. They can still able to buy this next round.
2 kills as well. Decent enough when you think about they only invested P250s into this one. 10-7 is the score line, and we do see a score of AKs coming out here. A couple of smokes as well, so not too bad. 4 smokes, 1 Molotov, and 5 flashbangs. Rico can get a 6th one as well if they want to, as we do have the tactical timeout from LDLC.
I like this. I think LDLC is probably the only team that I've seen on a consistent basis take a timeout after they win a round.
Yeah. NRG did it once or twice at the end of Overpass, but apart from that, yes, 100% agree. I also feel like they're the only team that actually spends all 4 timeouts every single map.
Yep. Very tactical mind. He probably knows about how, you know, if you have it, use it. Use it or you lose it.
Yeah,
that's what
like there's no reason not to use it. Back into game we go. 5 AKs against 4 M4s and a UMP 47 on Twano, of course, just to potentially later on bring in an AWP. Rico molled out. No opening for him this early. And what's the plan here for NRG? They are spread out into this kind of split. ANJ is working Ivy. The rest of the team could either go team main or take the bomb and go inside. ANJ definitely going to play the flank no matter what.
See here, Maniac is just doing that elbow peek, so it allows LDLC to play 4 people towards the outside, but Existence rotates a little prematurely towards the inside, just hanging around the Z, making sure that, you know, in case if Maniac does get overran, he's able to fast back up.
And now they're situating and getting ready for this B take. Meanwhile, ANJ is not pushing yet, but he will be pushing in a few seconds. And Breezy's coming in to help as well. So they're going to be facing off 4v2 on this B bomb side. Maniac is going to have to be the hero. He's on that ladder now, pushing up in. Let's see if he's going to get the flash timing from his teammate, or he's just going to peek it dry. It's going to be a dry peek, but the perfect timing. Doubles up once again. Maniac's timing has been insane throughout this best of 3. He always picks up and gets these kind of frags. ANJ's aim is on point nonetheless. Takes down Alex, but at this point, it's a 2v4. The bomb is dropped. There's smoke in front of it. So they will be able to grab the smoke if they get this kill onto Maniac. They know he's there. They still can't take him out.
And Aj is in an odd spot with 15 seconds. Have to try to make a play, but Toinu on top of the ladder, missing every bullet on Aj. So Aj's going to fall back, save the gun. Maniac just being a huge key play for LDLC. Time in and time out.
And it's not because he's on top of the scoreboard every single time, but the frags he gets, they're almost exclusively impact frags.
Oh yeah,
that's the kind of player you want.
Yeah, impact frags on gun rounds. Not really that many eco kills, just pure out frags. And it's time, like, look at that. Just the perfect time. Fugly just turns his back right as he peeks. Unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Definitely. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it happen to you. Now, NRG, you got to control this map. This is what happened on Overpass.
Yeah,
they were in the lead.
This is strangely enough looking like the kind of same recipe. NRG in the middle, oh, it's not in the middle, it's actually gone now, but tactical pause coming in from them, discussing what's going to be going on this time around. Okay, this is ANJ is actually, yeah, he didn't have a lot of money, of course, since he saved that and then died, so he's going to be buying down to $150. The rest of the team sitting around 2K, so this could be the round where we will see AKs, 4 AKs in the next one and 1 CSAT 75. But still, there's a round here to be done with, or to be done something with, as ANJ has the AK-47, Rico has a Deagle, Cirque with the P250. We know how dangerous he can be. Flash timing towards Ali. ANJ should now drop the AK over to one of his teammates, as Twanu is alive and kicking with the orb. And Rico, for some reason, gets that frag onto Maniac, missing a bunch of shots there. Let's see, ANJ still on that AK, so of course he is the only one with head armor. That could be the argument behind it, but with 13 HP, I kind of feel like he should drop that over to Fugly or Cirque. Let's see, the round is still young, still over a minute remaining. Cirque is content right now with just holding, seeing if anyone is going to push Ivy for information. And then it's going to be the execute towards that inner bomb site. Existence getting the position. Could be overextending himself a bit, but he will take out the pistol play and Fugly. And the second one onto Rico. Very nice play. Existence making this happen. 15 HP. Can he get the third one as well? No, he'll be shut down. Breezy jumping UMP 45. 3v2, but ANJ is low on HP. 3 AKs now on this T side and AWP on Twano. This means that Devil has to be the one to come in and make the play. AWP is very hard to retake with.
Here indeed, Andrew 13 HP lights up Toinu to 11 HP at the Z connector. Devil's going to have to push up and make something happen. He gets shot up low too, and Ange taking out Devil. And then exchanging the kill. And now it's a one-on-one.
Twanu with the CSAT 75 close range, trying to make this happen. The handgun is not going to be enough. Cirque steps up to the plate as he takes down another frag. That's not with an op, but it still works.
Good round by NRG, must needed round for sure. And look at LDLC going straight into a double op setup. Another timeout. These guys are just loving the timeouts right now. And wait,
triple op setup and 2 pistols?
Uh-oh.
This is
maybe this was a miscommunication, or it's planned,
or it's the greatest CT strat of all time on train.
Actually, I'm trying to think of what team. There's a team in EPL that runs consistently 3-op setup.
It's actually not that bad of a thing if you can work around it, if you have really good rotations on your M4 players. With 2 pistols, I feel like you could play 2 very aggressive players, scout for information, and then just very back on the back of the back line, play those orbs. And see how they're going to make it work, because this could be either one of those strats where you think, when you either look like a genius or you look really stupid because you bought 3 orbs and get wrecked.
I mean, that's so much money being invested. Yeah. No rifles, 3 orbs. I mean, you got to, if you lose a bomb site, you might as well just save the guns for next round.
That is for sure. If you can just bring 2 orbs into the next round, and that's how it work out. Tuanu takes out Zerg, and they can have so many areas of the map covered by these orbs now.
Zerg missing the flash, and I don't know why he's flashing himself. He should have a teammate flash for him, and so he could peek immediately or time it just a little better. But unfortunately, they get taken out by Existence.
Yeah, this is a close race position here. The CZ 75. I feel like Alex should have had that kill. He doesn't in the end. Devil steps up, takes down Breeze with his AWP. Devil once again here with the AWP, trying to make it happen. 2v4. Palm still on the back of Rico. Tuanu, open hand as Fugly is walking in. Nice timing with that peek. Tuanu scopes out. Maniac does not with that spray. Takes the frag in the end, and Fugly now 1v3. Doesn't have control of the bomb. 30 seconds to go. This is pretty much impossible.
Very much if LG play this right, it will be impossible as Maniac takes out Fugly.
And they bring 3 orbs into the next round as well.
Okay, so it's a
thing.
They ran out of ideas. Why not 3-op? And usually this is the pug strat that you want to do. You know, 3-ops on Dust 2. Aim at the double doors.
Seen it before.
Just shoot
Get
in the wall.
Get killed from it before.
You're gonna hit one person, right? You fire 3 shots, same area. Who knows?
Now combined with the 2 FAMASs and full utility on pretty much all CTs here. So LDLC, despite being back against the wall with 2 rounds between them and NRG, this is coming alive. But look at this pistol strat. They know they have 3 ops, so they're putting some pace on it. And only gonna get 2 frags.
And I don't think they're gonna bring the 3rd op in this round. They're like, okay, that was enough. We showed it, but still, they still got 2 ops. And you know, a good rule of thumb to have, if there's a 2-op setup, do a smoke execute.
Yes.
Do a wall of smokes. Force the CTs either play in front of the smokes or behind the smokes. Either way, if they play behind the smokes, make the ops retake. If they play in front of the smokes, make sure you have the pop flashes in and then overwhelm them before they can fall back behind them.
Breezy is setting up. 2 of the players actually peeking inside once again, and this is something that it works out sometimes when you have a player like Zerg who just instantly come in with a frag, and that just opens up the entire B-bomb side. The mid-round call has been made, but they have not checked back angle. Devil with 1 frag with 2 frags, and he should be punished by now, but they haven't taken him down. Just he's seen the bomb as well. Zerg trying to make this work. That's his 3rd kill of the round, but it's still a 2v2. Devil on the back of this has picked up an AK-47, and I talked about him needing to step up, and he has done just that in this second half. ANJ once again in a clutch scenario. This has not worked out for him at all so far, these clutches. Let's see this one. Nope.
So close. He had the right idea and everything, and actually I think Alex was caught off guard just a little bit, but in missing those initial shots, and Ange allowed Alex to just neutralize him. And what a blunder by NRG to not check an angle. One of the most common inside holds that there are. Like, you should always check the spool, spam it, do whatever you have to do. I'm not joking. Every time I watch this match, I see at least 3 to 4 times a map someone will be hiding behind that spool. And
it's, as you said, like the most common angle on train. And look at that from Breezy. Takes out Devil. Devil was on point last round. This time around, he'll just be executed. Maniac stepping back. Taking out Sir AJ also goes down. And the Desert Eagles, if they can bring something more into this, that would be great. If they can take down one more weapon. The investment is, I would say, worth it if they can take down 2 weapons from this, but they won't. And it's only going to be the 1 kill. 12 rounds on the board for LDLC now. NRG have gotten 1 round on the T side here of the train.
Yeah, the NRG is not looking good on their T side of maps. I mean, I'm not going to always point to, hey, there's a new 5th on the team. It definitely does hurt you in a way to where it is harder to play T side with a new player. But again, there are solutions. There are a temporary fix that can help you. You have to use him. You know, you have a chemistry with the current 4 players. So you got a new 5th. Make him entry. Make him a lurk role or something. Something where he doesn't have to rely so much on the strict timing of exchanging kills or tossing a flash for a strat.
I agree. That's something I felt like worked really well for them on Overpass. They were very good at using Rico in this kind of position where just tell him, okay, you just hold this spot, we'll work around you. You can just hold this and focus on this and use your aim to win these kind of battles, and I'll give us an advantage. Haven't really seen that much in Train. Here we go, push outside, using this wall of smoke with the pop flashes. Existence will take down Fugly. Rico should have guaranteed that frag, but he doesn't. 2 for 2 trade. Breezy and Cirque steps back in. And now 3 players alive on both teams. Existence goes down. Maniac and Alex remain for LDLC. Kit on both CT players. Molotov now gone as well, and now it's all on Cirque. He's not with an AWP. He still has a chance here. Oh, this is so dangerous. He's just peeking it, making sure no one's on it. He hears the tap, no one's on it just yet. Gets the spray. 1v1 now. He's playing the Stewart position from last night. But the defuse is coming in. He takes it. Cirque with another round. And I really like that. That's very well played from him, showing that he can not only take great frags with the AWP, but also clutch situations with the AK-47.
Cirque is not missing right now.
He's 28 to 16. And he's still 12 to 12.
I mean, his aim is so good. It's like kind of unreal how good this guy's aiming for only being 17. Yeah, I expect younger people, you know, they have a reputation of having great aim, no brains kind of thing, but his aim and brains are way above any newer player that I've seen, so it's...
Quick spray down here.
Very special player.
Yeah, I agree. Existence now all alone after the quick spray down inside and has the opportunity to flank. And this time around, let's see. That's a nice shot. Fugly missing that. I was 100% sure Fugly had that one on lockdown. NJ now not control the bomb. And at this point, do you think that it's getting to ANJ that he just can't win in any of these clutches? Because we saw the round before where he had the other 1v1 and his aim was kind of off when he took the duel. Do you think that maybe he feels that extra pressure in these 1v1s?
I think so, a little bit. And, I mean, you always see him in these kind of one-on-one scenario. He's the late flanker kind of lurker guy. Seems like on NRG, and it's very difficult if you're always in these one-on-one situations and you're not winning them. And again,
9 HP on Existence.
Losing the one-on-one, and Ayan's just showing that today is not his day for one-on-ones.
No, and I also feel like he gets so close every single time that at some point he has to win one, but it's not happening.
You'd hope so, and
that's a sick shot as well.
The 2-on-1 was kind of a weird scenario too, to where Andrew's outside, Fugly was above ladder. There should have been a little more patient play to where they could maybe meet up a little bit, or one waits for the other kind of ordeal. But instead, they both try to act on their own, and they got punished for it.
And that's a problem with in playing those 2v1s. You have to act as a unit, you have to play together as a duo, and peek and flash for each other if possible. Now, pistols for NRG, looking to speed it up. On their T side, 4 players situated towards the B bomb side. Existence has rotated in, so it's him and Maniac. Inside, Devil is not far away either. Alex right now, at this point, is getting a lot of information. Fugly trying to shut him down, expecting this push coming. CZ 75 not strong enough, and now the rotate is coming in for the CT players. At this point, I don't feel like the inside push is actually going to work out.
And all, and we see NRG executing, flashing, smoking, trying to hit the bomb site, but there's at least 3 people there. And again, being taken out, LDLC destroying NRG on this take. Thumbs up to Cirque, no chance whatsoever. Getting shot through the smoke, 14-12, and NRG looks like they could be in real trouble right now.
So in this kind of situation here where there's over a minute remaining, you have one CZ75 player go back and check for the, like if they're pushing for information Ivy. If you see that they're pushing for information and you've stacked up 4 players, would you then like abandon that plan and then do something else because you know they know what you're doing? Yeah.
I mean, you have to adjust if you see information that's vital to the round. You can't just force it on. I mean, you're at a level where people can headshot anyone, and if you're completely being outplayed positionally and in the strat, it's so hard to overcome that.
Glocks this time around. We've seen some success with them in this matchup, but not this time around. Cirque will get a single frag, and I think that's going to be all she wrote. LDLC on 15. This is the time where NRG needs to step up. And no love? No love for Devil? There we go. Existence, such a troll. Glad to see they're keeping their moods up.
Yeah, the energy on LDLC is skyrocket right now. They're winning. They're in the chance to beat NRG 2-0, and they're just laughing, having a good time. While you look at NRG's side, they look so stressed out. They look like they're just face palming after every round.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Cirque because he's been playing lights out for this game. I also feel like that could actually be a problem because he knows that as well. He knows that it's not due to him that they lost this game. Of course, you win and lose as a team, but sometimes individually you feel like, okay, it's definitely not my fault that we lost. And
it's a very dangerous way of thinking.
I was about to say it's a dangerous mentality, but I feel like for some players, you just can't go around it.
Yeah.
Okay, 3v5. This could be the beginning of the end. NRG, well, needs your energy to get this one done. Cirque, nice little stack, but Existence knows about it, takes him out. And at this point, ANJ and Falkley has to clutch this 2v5. They need some heroic plays. And I'm not talking about losing to Fraxters. And there we go, it's taken down. LDLC will take it 2-0. And our stage host, or not our stage host, our desk host, Stunner, was the only one with the correct prediction here.
Yeah, I thought NRG would do pretty well against LDLC, and they were. They started off both maps leading into the half, and then just they couldn't close out. And I'm wondering, is it the T side? It's the mentality. It's making many mistakes in the round that cause them to lose these favorable situations. But I mean, you got to hand it to LDLC. I mean, they played one hell of a match.
LDLC played well, but I also feel like I agree with you. NRG still, they're playing this new system. They're adding Rika into the lineup. That's now the coach. I feel like with time, we see the potential. If it works well for them, if everything goes according to plan, they can take teams down like LDLC. The second it falls apart, they have a hard time readjusting and finding out how the system then works. Because let's face it, they have not had a lot of practice with Rico in this team. But we can't continue to use this kind of excuse because that's the excuse I used back in Atlanta for NRG as well. Oh, they haven't played ANJ into the team. It's still a new system, blah, blah, blah. So NRG at some point just have to face the music and say, okay, this is the time where we need to step up. This tournament was not it.
Yeah, not at all. And they're going to have a lot of time going back home, watching replays and trying to fix their mistakes because they are still doing pretty well in the EPL. Yes. And they still have a chance to make that LAN finals. And so there's, you know, take the loss, learn from it, and you have to move on. But congrats to LDLC.
Big congratulations. Right now we have Parla on stage with one of the winners.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Maniac. Matthew, congratulations. You've just taken down NRG in 2 maps. What happened?
It's pretty tough to say what happened quickly. I think both maps were very tight. And we were not very lucky, but we won the critical rounds, I think. That's what made the difference. Overpass could have gone both ways, and Train was full freestyle for us. So.
Yeah, it looked like the freestyle managed to work out. Train, how did you mount the comeback? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think at one point it was 11-5 in favor of NRG.
Well, we basically knew that we didn't have so much on Train, so we knew that we had to play with no pressure and just try to scrap around here and there. So winning the pistol was the step one. It gave us 3 free rounds without any tactics or anything. And then we just picked one round here and another there, and we knew that if we had a good start on CT, that would be enough to come back. So pistol, 1 round, another one, and then if we hit the shots at CT, that was enough.
And where do you guys see yourself in this tournament? Do you consider yourself a potential underdog team, a favorite team, an upset team?
Well, the thing is, if you ask me if we're able to magically play our best, I think we can go for the playoff and go as far as we can. But our problem right now is a problem of consistency. Sometimes we play very well, sometimes we play incredibly bad. We are also not very experienced on LAN. Some of the players didn't play many LANs. So we come here with no high expectation, but we just want to play our best and grab all the experience we can and hope for the best, I think.
Okay, up next, you're going to have to rematch against mousesports. Yesterday, you played them, and now, again, you get to do it in a best of 3. What's going to be the mindset and plan going into that?
We've played a lot mousesports recently. I think we played them in 2 qualifiers, played them in Pro League, played them yesterday. So we know that they are a very snowball team. I think what happened yesterday was that they won the very critical rounds, and the score is 16-4, but it could have gone differently if we had won some rounds. So we know that we have to win the first rounds we can win. We have to win them, because when they start getting the confidence and playing freestyle, they are extremely hard to stop. So focus is going to be to start well the game, have a good start, and don't sleep. Don't lose a 2v1 in the early stage of the game. Don't lose a 3v1. If those conditions are met, I think we have what it takes to beat them. But we can't allow ourselves to do the mistake we did yesterday, because they have such talented players that they will just roll over you if you let them go.
Final thing then to you, Matthew, personally, how is it now that you found a home again on LDLC and being kind of like properly engaged again in your playing career?
I'm going to be honest, I think it's magical. You know, at some point in my career, I thought it was all over. And then suddenly I had this chance with LDLC. I worked really hard, still do. And I think we are slowly achieving some good results here and there. So I just want to keep doing it, because I really appreciate those people. I think we have talented players. We have a good tactics overall. So I want to go as far as we can, and I'm just super glad. I'm very happy.
Awesome. Well, I'm very happy for you. I definitely wouldn't mind if you were back on our side of things, but I'm very happy that you are playing again, because I know that you really wanted to do it, and so it's fantastic to have you on this side of the stage. Now, let's head back to Trez and the guys.
Hey, thanks, guys. I mean, you heard it there. I mean, what were you guys able to take away from that interview, at least with in terms to, A, the result here, and B, his return to the scene?
I think I like the brutal honesty from him there. I mean, a lot of teams would just try to give you like the generic, like, oh, well, we're going to play our best and our goal is to win this tournament. But Maniac, I think, was very realistic in that interview with saying, okay, like, look, like, we know we haven't performed that well lately. We know that we don't have that experience on LAN. We don't have high expectations. We're just here looking to gain experience and just try to play our game. And I think I like that honesty. I like that transparency.
Yeah, and they said that, I'm going to nitpick here, said we had some pretty good tactics. I'm going to be honest, didn't really see very many good tactics on their T side. It was pretty barren. I think that match was pretty much summed up by CT sides on both maps. And I have a lot of critiques as to how they take control of certain parts of the map when I was watching, especially on Overpass. I really did not like how they were taking control of short B and long A as terrorists by just dry peeking. And that's not even just LDLC. It happened as Energy too. And they just got into really unfavorable trades for no reason.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you expect LDLC's bread and butter to be the terrorist side, right? Those tactics, and you never really saw them got rolling onto that. You know, both teams really struggled on their terrorist sides throughout this series. A lot of big, you know, one-sided CT halves from each of these teams. It started off on Overpass with Cirque, with the AWP. It was always, you know, taking those opening engagements. I think we're actually going to take a look at some of those highlight moments here in just a second. But
that's right. We could talk a little bit about Cirque. I think that's certainly a strong point to talk in on. A guy that's come in here to Energy and made a presence within NA. Dust, I mean, what do we know about Cirque?
Well, at least Cirque can kind of be the beacon of hope here for Energy, because I think that they need to have something to hold on to that's positive, because everything's been so negative for them so far. I mean, they've gone out in last place in the last 3 LANs they've attended. You know, some of that was obviously without Cirque on board, and obviously before Rico came on board as well. And then if you go back even earlier this year to like their original lineup at Copenhagen Games and these other events, they've always just placed very poorly in the offline environment. And so at least Energy can say to themselves, hey, like Cirque was a good pickup. You know, like maybe that's at least one thing that we can check off that we've done right, but now it's about trying to figure out everything else.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team in a sort of transitional period, but then, you know, we can't really kind of decipher. We don't have all the information as to what's going on behind the scenes, so purely speculation on our end. But nonetheless, Circa, a dominant force to come in here for NRG. And I guess we could talk about the phenomenon that is LDLC on Train going into this one. What do you think, James?
I had so much faith they were going to 16-0.
I don't know how. I had so much faith they were going to ban it. Was the faith I had. Because I think Peter had sold this out there on HLTV. I'll give him a shout because he's the one who put this out there on Twitter, that they've played like over 100 games together as a team, and none of them were on Train before this one. This is their first time playing it. So it's kind of crazy to see it even got through, and then for them to have the CT side. I mean, they came back and won both those maps being down like 10-5, 11-5 scores. So I think NRG has to probably feel a bit gutted that they had games in their control and kind of let them slip through their fingers.
Yeah, and you know, I had a lot of faith in their Train simply because you don't let a map you haven't played in 100 and whatever.
Like 107, I think it was.
It's some ridiculous amount of games, and you don't play Train. And then suddenly you let it through against a team who does particularly like Train. I was in the mindset that they were preparing for this LAN, and they were like, all right, we're going to have our sleeper pick. It's going to be Train. No one's going to expect it. We usually permaban it. So we're going to prepare some really nice stuff for it. So back in my mind, I'm like, Existence, the mastermind. He is a god. He's going to have something so sick lined up. But when I watched their T side, it was just like their overpass. I felt like their T sides were actually fairly weak. Those are CT sides that carried the whole way through.
Yeah, they had 4 guys with 20-plus frags by the end of that game, actually, on Train, and a lot of it did come on the CT side. So, I mean, a good full team effort, where, meanwhile, I feel like on NRG, you know, Fugly was doing pretty well for them online before taking over in-game leading, but at this event, he's been very quiet. A&J was kind of hit or miss in that series, weak in the first map, did okay in the second. So I think that it was crazy. We talked, I think, before the game started that, like, maybe NRG would actually have a bit more firepower, and certainly Cirque was probably the best player in the server.
Well, Rico in the first map was killing it on the CT side.
But on Train, they were just several players missing.
Yeah.
Several players missing, and ultimately missing a W if you're NRG. You're going home. If you're LDLC, you're moving forward. And we're going to be moving forward as well into our next matchup, which will be the Renegades and Counterlogic Gaming, but not before I tell you about our friends over at Sliver.tv, the next generation in a viewing experience. That's right, VR. You can watch this game in VR. How nuts is that? It's 2017. Everything is going crazy to include the VR viewing experience over at Sliver.tv. Let's take a look at how that works.
Watch CS GO and win free prizes.